Business Today is brought to you by Signal Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.
This is the Business Today for Tuesday, February 24th, 2015. I'm Vic Fernandez. A senior business executive and consultant says Barbados urgently needs strong, focused leaders with clear action plans. Businessman and chairman of the Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation, BEF, Chris DeCaries, laments that too many managers in both the public and private sectors appear to have no goals. He is urging those in management positions to implement measurement systems in order to get workers more involved and improve their operations so that people can be held accountable. Mr. DeCaries made the comments while participating in a panel discussion at the start of the 13th week of excellence at the Central Bank yesterday, when leadership in the private and public sectors came under the microscope.
So we have some people who literally don't have any objectives, some who pretend to have objectives, but when you scratch the surface, it's measured in a very obzocky way. We don't measure things. It comes back to the comment I made earlier about actually keeping factual information. So very few people speak with facts. If you work with a North American environment, and for most people who work with international companies that work with local firms, Caribbean Data Services is a classic example. They performed as good as any of their international branches. So if you work with somebody who gives you the guidance as to what to do, gives you good management guidance, then we have the best people here compared to anywhere in the world. We can work it. But we have very, very poor management. And again, it's those people who are the top who actually need to implement stuff that they don't implement.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Frindell Stewart urged business leaders to implement measures to assess and improve customer satisfaction and boost employee engagement. He stressed the island urgently needs greater levels of productivity, which could be achieved through strong leadership at all levels in government and the private sector, both among employers and the workers. Mr. Stewart pointed to a NICE survey conducted in 2011, which suggested that both government and the private sector are yet to harness the full potential of the Barbadian workforce.
So how does leadership connect with engagement? It has long been recognized that even where technology plays a large part, people are always at the center of the success or failure of an enterprise. I use the term enterprise, of course, to apply both to government and the private sector. The people factor is reflected in the owners, the managers, the workers. Leadership is to a large extent about positive relationship management. In a successful enterprise, the leadership of the owner should inspire the manager, and in turn, the leadership of the manager should inspire the worker. It is about getting the best out of people.
Speaking on behalf of the Barbados Private Sector Association, Chief Executive Officer Anne Reid called for greater unity, saying there was a gap between today's leaders and their future successors.
We can agree to act in a positive manner or in a negative manner. Let the outcome of this week be that this is our agreement that we must bridge the gap and do so in a positive and an effective way. As I read what is going on in Barbados, I am tending to question whether we have a common purpose in this regard. We cannot be in agreement with every facet of life, but there are some timeless principles that make up leadership, and we are not to tamper with these principles. If we, the leaders, cannot identify these principles for ourselves, then we are unable to bridge the gap, as we cannot hand over what we do not have.
Now for today's financial tip. Do not spread yourself thin. Although it is often recommended that you have at least 3 months' expenses on hand, If you can't get there, start small and ensure you save enough each month so that if you run into difficulties, you could have something to fall back on. That's been the Business Today. Join us again on Thursday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper, and liking us on Facebook. I'm Vic Fernandez.
Business Today is brought to you by Signal Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.